What's going on, guys? This week we sold a true Hypebeast grail and you're not going to want to miss this. Stick around to the end of the video to see exactly how much we paid for it and how much we sold it for. You're not going to want to miss this. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode here on the Community Chest channel, the junk removal service that's taking you from trash out to cash out. This is going to be episode 9 of our weekly series, We Sold That, where we show you our favorite sales that we made all throughout the week. We drop these videos every Monday, so be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and press that little bell notification so that you're notified every single time we drop a new piece of content. So to start it off this week, we're going straight into clothing. Our first item is this vintage UNC quarter zip pullover. This was a thrift store pickup and I paid right around $3.99 for the item. The main reason I picked it up was the embroidered hits around the chest and the arm, as well as the quarter zip pullover. It was made out of that mesh material, so I knew someone would definitely pay up for this item. It sold for $33.20 and it sold in less than a week. So next up, we actually sold 2 Polo Ralph Lauren pullovers. Polo is a wonderful brand to be on the lookout for as long as you're staying away from the lower end items of that brand. And when I'm talking about lower end items, I'm talking about basic t-shirts or basic polos with the little pony in the chest. Those really don't sell for more than $10, $12, as well as they take a super long time to get off your shelves, anywhere from months to years for some people. Now, I picked these items up because they were pullovers and one's a turtleneck pullover, and I know those are going to sell for a little bit higher dollar value as well, especially when we're moving into the winter season. So here I have the maroon quarter zip pullover right here, and I sold this one for $28.49. This came from a buyout of my girlfriend's sister Ashley, so shout out to her. The other polo item we sold here was a gray turtleneck sweater. This was from an Instagram buyout of my man Jamie. We bought a bunch of his stuff back in the summer and we've been selling slowly throughout the year. Another brand to be on the lookout for is Wrangler. Wrangler stuff sells well, especially when we're talking about denim jean jackets. We picked this item up from a junk removal and we've been sitting on it since we picked it up right in the middle of summer, and I knew it wouldn't sell for too much value, but we just listed it now that the seasons have changed. Another good tip about this item is it is a size 4XL. Big and tall stuff sells really well online because it's harder for those people to get those larger sizes in store. Typically, people who wear 3X and 4XL items are gonna buy most of their clothing online because it's just easier for them to get. This jacket sold for a total price of $32.99 and it sold almost instantly since we listed it. So switching gears a little bit, we're gonna switch from clothing to hard goods. This first item was a wholesale purchase that we did. We had hundreds and hundreds of these fidget spinners. So what I decided to do was lot them up, and we did a specific lot, which was one of each hero. I figured this would be a better listing for someone who wanted one of all of the heroes instead of just a bulk lot of one specific hero. So when I listed it, I put free shipping and I promoted the listing, and although they were only selling for around $15 an item, we sold out in all the lots that we had. And that's one good thing about wholesale listings, is you only need to list one time and it can sell multiple times. So although we weren't making a huge profit on one item, we sold over 10 of these. If you guys watch our previous video, we talked about a junk removal service where we went in and got a whole bunch of toy and model cars, and some were die casts. They were all like scale, 1:32 scale, 1:18 scales. And we've been doing pretty well with that lot. Last week I think we sold 3 different lots out of it, but this week we sold 3 individual cars. First we have the Cat Caterpillar Delta Loader. This was at a 1/16 scale and it sold for $54.99. Next we have the New Ray Construction. This was a truck and crane kit. This was at a 1:32 scale and it sold for $35 shipped. And last we have the New Ray Excavator, which was at a 1:18 scale and it sold for $32.99. It's only been about 2 weeks since we got this lot of model cars, and we've sold right around halfway through the entire lot, so they're selling pretty well for us. And make sure to stay tuned for next week and you'll see if we sell any more of these cars. Next up, you guys know we do pretty well with vintage electronics and radio equipment, so we sold this Icon transceiver. It came from a junk removal service and it sold right at $90 plus shipping. We accepted a best offer. I had it listed right over $100, so $90 was a good deal for both me and the buyer. This item sold in about a month and a half since listing it. And our last hard good item of the week, this was a pretty interesting one. It was a set of Rage trading cards. This was a trading card game that came out right around the late 90s. It's like a role-playing game. I personally have never played it, but we picked it up in a massive lot of comic books that we did a few months ago, and the seller actually just threw it in to kind of sweeten the deal. And when we sold the comic books, we made just a little bit of profit on it, but we did keep these cards and ended up throwing them up on eBay for right around $350, and I was ready to accept any best offers that came our way. We were getting tons of messages and some lowball offers because there seemed to be interest around this item, but no one was really committing to purchase. About 2 months later, we finally got an offer of $200, and you best believe I accepted that, and it went overseas. Like I mentioned, this item sold in just under 3 months. For our last topic of the week, we're gonna get into shoes. We made 3 good shoe sales this week. As I've mentioned previously in my videos before, Asics is a wonderful brand to be on the lookout for. We sold this pair of Asics Gel Sonoma 3s. These were a thrift store pickup. They were $4.99, and the main reason I picked up these shoes was the condition they were in. They were in excellent condition. It looks like they had been worn once or maybe tried on. They actually still had the insole packaging still inside of them when we picked them up from the thrift store. So this pair of shoes sold for $29.71, and it sold in a couple days since listing it. And this next pair of shoes is the Asics Gel Venture 6, and what's a little bit unique about these shoes is they're actually kids shoes. So not only were they cheaper for us in the thrift store, but they're a lot lighter and they're easier for us to ship. So we paid right around $3 for them, and they sold for $24.99 in less than 3 days. Don't be afraid to pick up kids stuff in the thrift store, because just as people buy for themselves on eBay, they're also buying for their kids or other family members. So it would just make sense to go ahead and throw those listings up on eBay. Alright guys, this is the moment you've been waiting for. This is the biggest flip of the week, and it's the biggest flip of the thrift stores that we've made to date. This is the 2005 Nike SB Dunk Lows in the Tiffany Diamond colorway. These, if you know anything about hypewear or Nike SB shoe culture, this is a super sought after and rare pair. It's called a grail within the Hypebeast community, and it's a true gem. I could not believe I found these, especially in the thrift store. So the return on the margin for this sale was actually 128 times our original investment. We paid, that's right, we paid $4.69 for this pair of shoes in the Goodwill, and we sold them for just under $600 of trade-in value. And what I mean by trade-in value, we had a guy reach out to us on our Instagram. He actually called me to tell me he was serious about buying the shoes, and he had a cash offer, but it wasn't exactly what we were looking for. But then he threw in a couple other items that he wanted to trade, and it brought it right around to the $600 value, which was really what I was looking for in these pair of shoes. They were super beat. You can see right here, I'll throw up a screenshot of the stock X price on them, and this is for, keep in mind, this is for dead stock pairs, new in the box with laces and everything, but they're going for several $1,000s. So I knew even this old beater pair had to have some super good value to it. With them being from the thrift store, I had my doubts that they were fake, but I reached out to my good friend Steven, who helped me. At first he looked at the stitching and the leather himself, and he thought they were real, so we reached out to a real authenticator, and we sent them pictures of the stitching, the tags, the leather, all that, and they actually came back as authentic. So we were just geeked to see that these shoes came back authentic. It's a once-in-a-lifetime find, honestly. Couldn't believe it. And there you have it! That's gonna do it for us on episode 9 of our weekly series, We Sold That. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and press that little bell notification so that you're notified every single time we drop a new piece of content. Feel free to follow us on our social media. All the links will be provided down below. And remember that we drop these videos every Monday. Be sure to stick around as we're going to be collaborating with other resellers. We're gonna start rolling out a few new videos of interviews that we have with other resellers and how they run their business. We're just gonna talk about the resale community in general, specific topics of the week, as well as how they can improve their business and how we can improve ours. Real quickly guys, I just wanted to hop on and say, if you guys listen to our intro and outro video, I actually have 2 different guys that are doing the sounds for me. First guy who does the intro, his name is Justin, and he is awesome. If you want to check out his stuff, I'll link it in the bio. He makes music from scratch. And the other guy who is doing our outros, he's actually an artist himself. His name is Zac Smiles, and he just created 2 songs. They're on all streaming platforms. Be sure to go give him a like and check it out on his social medias, as well as Spotify or your favorite streaming platform. It's really been a pleasure making these videos, and I've had a great time doing it, so I'm super thankful for you guys for watching, especially if you watch it all the way to the end. If you are watching this right now, you are awesome, and thank you so much for liking and subscribing, and I'll see you next week. Peace out.
She said she got a couple questions that she needed to know. Can I come over? I can be there by 4. Got a bottle, hose, a quiver, and some glasses to pour. Taking off her glasses while I'm lighting the